Yeah, so this is the video that I promised you all like a long time ago, and I'm finally doing it, and I took forever, so sorry about that. But yeah, so I said that I'll start doing some videos just like detailing my hair journey and how I went from thin, damaged hair to healthy hair, right? Good. I wrote everything down, so when you see me glancing down, you know what I'm looking at. Basically what I'm going to talk about is my hair journey, and a hair journey is basically whatever steps you take in order to have healthy hair, right? Now an added bonus is of course your hair growing, right? So if your goal is longer hair, then you have to have healthy hair before you can have longer hair. So it's just basically, the videos are just going to be me detailing my steps of what I did to get healthy hair. And also, if you all want like specific videos, like how to do certain styles and certain things about the hair journey, you can just comment and I'll be happy to do them. Yay! So let me actually get started. So some of the benefits of a healthy hair journey is that your hair will be healthy, of course. It will grow thicker, you'll have growth. As I said, that's one of the main things that people go on a health journey for, to grow their hair. You'll repair your damaged hair, you will minimize breakage, shedding. It also helps with dandruff. Like if you suffer from dandruff, you have a healthier scalp. It will also add some shine to your hair and add dryness, and just basically wait, did I just say add dryness? Really? Combat not add dryness, combat dryness, and just basically contribute to the overall health of your hair. Now, to start to be on a healthy hair journey, you have to have a hair regimen. And what a hair regimen is just the steps, like the things you do, whether it's on a daily basis, a weekly basis, even a monthly basis, the things you do to grow your hair and have it healthy. Yeah. So excuse me, that was a belch. I just had something to eat. How do you start a hair journey? First of all, you need to educate yourself about a hair journey. I already told you what is a healthy hair journey, what is a hair regimen. You need to like do some research, do some reading and stuff. I'll try to educate you all as much as I can, but wherever I fail, you all can, the internet, just go on the internet and Google and stuff. If you have questions that I couldn't explain too well, just go on the internet and Google is your best friend. Right, so just like read up, educate yourself about there's also like hair types and so on. Basically this video will be just an introduction. I'm not going to go too much in depth of anything. It's just to introduce you all on a healthy hair journey. And in my later videos, I'll actually like pick certain topics that I will talk about and give details, like my experience and experience from other people, like on YouTube and blogs and so on. The other thing is to get a trim, right? That's the second step in starting a healthy hair journey, right? You have to trim off all the dead ends. Now that's something we don't like to do because we're thinking, well, I trim my hair, I want my hair to grow, but now you tell me to trim my hair, this girl crazy, I go and stop this video one time. No. You have to get rid of the bad, weed out the bad parts of your hair to start afresh. So if you have like split ends and so on, just like trim. Right, just trim off your split ends, trim off whatever damages you have on your hair. You want to start as fresh as possible. The other thing, the third step is to cleanse your hair. Now, I know I don't like to wash my hair, right? I really don't, because it takes me a long time to wash my hair, and it's just so much time. It's so time consuming, but you have to keep your hair clean, especially your scalp, because this is where your hair growing, your scalp, right? So you have to keep your whole hair clean, but especially your scalp. So it is recommended that you wash your hair once a week. Now, there's also something called co-washing, which some people do in between the week. I don't have time for that, right? I just don't dread washing my hair once a week, so I don't have time to be washing it once a week and doing a co-wash in the middle of the week. So whatever you choose to do, you do whatever works for you. How your time, people busy, people have work, people have school, people have children, they have social life. So, and that's the thing, I forgot to mention this, with starting a hair journey, you have to know that what works for Jane may not work for Janine, right? So it's just like a trial and error. You have to figure out what works for you. So I'm just giving you all what works for me, and you can tweak it to suit. You can copy exactly what I do, or you can cut out certain things, you can add certain things. It's really up to you. I'm just like giving you all my stuff that I do. Alright, the fourth thing is to condition your hair after a wash. Now that is very important. Oh wait, sorry, before I move on to conditioning, with the shampooing, you want to use a sulfate-free shampoo. Now, sulfates is basically the detergent agent of your shampoo. So that's what, you know, you used to get all the suds and to actually cleanse your hair. However, that strips a lot of the nutrients out of your hair. So you can use a sulfate-free shampoo. I will, later on in the video, I will give a list of all the products that I use for every step. Right? Gosh, my paper blowing away. Right. So, on to conditioner. Good. So, after a wash, you want to condition your hair. Now, we want to do a deep conditioner treatment. So, that is basically adding back the moisture that you just washed out of your hair. So, excuse me. So, deep conditioning is very important because you want to avoid dryness and breakage. And well, of course, if your hair is dry, it will break. It will eventually lead to breakage. So, you want to avoid all those things. So, that's why we deep condition. Now, what I do is I mix the conditioner that I use with some oils and mix that up nice and good. Then I put it in my hair, tie a grocery bag on my hair. Yes, I don't go and buy no shower cap when I get in grocery bag for free. Okay, so tying a grocery bag on my head, and I'm putting on my heat cap and sitting down. And you can deep condition your hair anywhere from like 10 minutes to an hour. Or if you want to go whole damn day, if you want, that's up to you. As I said, you tweak it to suit you. Right? So there are two types of conditioners. There's something called a moisturizing conditioner and a protein conditioner. The moisturizing conditioner, basically as the name says, it moisturizes your hair. Whereas the protein conditioner, it adds protein. So your hair now here is protein, right? Your hair is protein. So sometimes you will need moisture, sometimes you need protein. We have to have a protein moisture balance. So what I do is I alternate. 1 week I'll deep condition with moisture, 1 week I'll deep condition with protein. As I said, I will do videos giving more details and giving more information on all these things later on. Right, so now on to your daily care. So your daily care, you want to moisture. You have to moisturize your hair. That is like one of the key things of healthy hair. You have to moisturize. So there's something called moisturizing and sealing. What moisturizing and sealing is basically you moisturize, you add moisturizer to your hair. So I just throw my moisturizer in with my hands like this and work from the bottom up, and then I put some oil, throw it in my hands, work from bottom up. And what that does, what the oils do, they seal in the moisture, so the moisture wouldn't just evaporate into thin air. Also, when you are buying your moisturizer, you want to buy a water-based moisturizer. How do you know it's a moisture-based moisturizer, you ask? No. How do you know it's a water-based moisturizer, you ask? Why not talking real shit in this way? The first ingredients, when you turn it around and you look at your list of ingredients, you see the first ingredient is water, then that, my friend, is a water-based moisturizer. If the first ingredient is oil, then you have an oil-based moisturizer. Remember, we want moisture in our hair. Water is moisture, so we want a water-based moisturizer. Now on to relaxing. Now my videos, as you can see, I have relaxed hair. My videos will be catering to people with relaxed hair, but I believe that there are some things in my regimen that can also cater to people with natural hair. So as I said, you all can watch the videos and tweak it to suit you. So on relaxing every 8 weeks is the recommended time. We'll try not to relax every 4 weeks, every 6 weeks or 7 weeks. Try to go 8 weeks. Because remember, relaxer is a chemical. Too much of that chemical is of course bad for your hair. Right? There's something called stretching your relaxer. What that basically is going as long as possible without relaxing. So if the recommended time is 8 weeks, if you can add an additional week to that, then that will be stretching your relaxer for you. So that will be 9 weeks. I usually stretch about 10, 11, 12 weeks. That's usually my area of stretchism. Alright, minimize heat. Heat, of course, promotes dryness. Because when you're doing the curling iron and the flat iron and all of that, remember, you're taking out the moisture out of your hair. When you put that in your hair and you see a little steam going up there, that's your moisture that you're taking out of your hair. So you try to minimize heat, use heat as little as possible. I can't tell the last day I've used a curling iron. I don't think I've used a curling iron in years. I really can't tell the last day I've used a curling iron. I flat iron my hair though. The only time that I really use a flat iron is when I not relax my hair. So when my hair is like bone straight and I just want that nice sleek straight look, I use a flat iron. Other than that, when like I'm like 8 weeks, like 6, 7, 8 weeks post relaxer, like when I wrap my hair and stuff at night, it basically is straight. But as I said, when I want the bone straight look, that's when I'll flat iron. But you really want to minimize your heat. What was I going to say? It's like I got a brain fart. Wait, what was I going to say? Oh, I remember. Right, when you are using heat, remember to protect your hair. Use a heat protector. Yeah. So, the last thing on starting a healthy hair journey is protective styling. What is protective styling? Now, protective styling is basically anything you do to protect your hair, especially the ends of your hair. Remember, these little guys here are the oldest parts of your hair. They are the oldest, the most fragile. So you want to pay extra attention. Give them lots and lots of love. Okay, I love you. Yes, so you want to protect your ends. So some protective stylings are braid outs, buns, braids, wigs, and even weave. Yes, weave is considered a protective style, but you also have to take care when your hair is in a protective style. You have to take care of your hair. Don't just think, well, okay, you braid up your hair and you put on a wig and that's it. No, you have to still moisturize your hair, pay close attention to your hair, give it daily care and so on. Right, now on to the products that I use. This video is real longer, sorry about that, but it's an introduction, so I just try to like introduce everything, so sorry about the length of the video. What products do I use? For my shampoo, as I mentioned before, a sulfate free shampoo, I use One and Only shampoo. Oh, by the way, basically all of the products that I use, they are available in Pennywise. Some you can get elsewhere, but basically all are available in Pennywise. Moisturizing conditioner, I use Neutrogena Triple Moisture Deep Recovery Mask. Yeah. Protein conditioner, I use Motion CPR. I used to use Organic Root Stimulator. Oh gosh, I can't remember. Organic Root Stimulator Replenishing something, replenishing cream or something. I can't remember the exact name. It's a yellow one. But yeah, but I just decided to change. No real reason. I just felt for a change and I started using Emotion. So yeah, you can try the Organic Root Stimulator Replenishing whatever it is. Can't remember. For my hard protein treatment, which is something I'll go into in a later video. The hard protein treatment is something you do every 6 weeks. I use Afoji 2-step treatments. Pennywise does not sell this. I get mine in a drugstore in Arima. For my daily moisturizer, I use Neutrogena Triple Moisture Leave-In Cream. Now, I don't know if you all ever smell that, but that thing that smells so good. It does smell like ice cream. So yummy. I just feel so just lick my hand or lick my hair. It does smell so nice. I also use herbal essences. What used to be long-term relationship split and protector, but they relaunched it or whatever. It's basically the same thing, but they just like rebranded or whatever. So it's herbal essences. I can't remember what they're calling it now. I don't know if it's same split and protector or something. But yeah, I use that sometimes. But my love, my all-time love, is the Neutrogena Triple Moisture Leave-In Cream. For my oils, now as I said, you have your oils which do add nutrients to your hair. Natural oils, not like synthetic oils and so on. So I use extra virgin olive oil, extra virgin coconut oil, which I make myself, because the coconut oil they sell in the grocery and I think even in Pennywise is shit, right? That thing that smells so nasty. No, it just ugh. But anyway, so I make my own, and it smells yummy. It smells just like coconut, not like that crap that the groceries sell. Or I guess if you don't know how to make your own, or you just don't want to, because it is very time consuming to make coconut oil. So if you don't want to make your own, you can check I guess any health food store. Yeah. Right, and the other oil I use is Jamaican black castor oil, man. Yeah, good. So moving along, you can also use aloe vera in your hair. I have an aloe vera plant in my yard. So you just pick the leaf, slice it in half, scoop out some of the gel, and you make aloe vera gel and you put it in your hair. You have to keep it in the fridge, or else if you leave it out it will spoil. For my relaxer, I use either Motions or TCB in regular strength. And also you have to invest in a white tooth comb. right? Oh, and please, talking about combs, do not use rat tail combs to comb out your hair, please. The teeth in that is very small, and your hair could get tangled up, you can get caught up in it and break and so on. So try to use wide tooth combs, please. And also for a brush, there are some people who are on healthy hair journeys that don't use brushes. I am not one of those people. I have to use a brush. So just try to get a nice soft tender brush, nothing too hard to be pulling your hair and so on. Also, you need to get a silk or a satin scarf or pillowcase. This is for when you're sleeping, because most of us, I assume, most of us sleep on cotton pillowcases, and cotton actually draws out the moisture out of our hair. So with the silk or satin, it actually like keeps the moisture in our hair, right? So you can either tie your hair down with a scarf or use a pillowcase. I just use a scarf. I have a few satin pillowcases, but I just basically use the scarf right through. And the final thing that I have, product that I have, is an ouchless hairband, which I don't have any with me right now, unfortunately, sorry. But the ouchless hairbands are basically just the black hairbands that doesn't have the metal like holding it together, because your hair, and I've actually seen that for myself with my hair, where your hair sometimes get caught up in the metal, so that's like snagging and pulling at your hair. So you want the ouchless ones. Good. And just to end the video off with some tips, right? So one of the tips is to be patient. Your hair is not going to grow overnight, right? You need to have lots of patience and just take time, right? Some people see results sooner than others. It's just up to how your hair grows. Now the average time the average time hair takes to grow is about a ½ inch per month. It doesn't seem like much, I know, but once you get into your hair regimen, it wouldn't be like, you know, oh, this is so much work, I can't do this. And as I said, you can tweak it to your lifestyle. If it is you can't do all the things that I listed and just do some things, then cool. If you can just do one thing, cool. At least you're making a step, right? Some people, another tip, some people find it helpful to document their process. I never really did it, because I just find that it will just take too much time. But if you find it helpful, then do it. You can get a little book like a hair journal and document, well, on the 12th of August I relaxed my hair, on the 15th of August I flat ironed my hair, you know, things like that. Some people find it helpful just to keep track. And in the hair journal you can also, like, if you want to measure your hair, you can also keep the measurements there. Excuse me. Right. Also, a hair journey does not have to be expensive. I know it sounds like a lot of products you have to use, but the products that I use are relatively cheap. They may just be like a few expensive things, but I use relatively cheap products, because I don't believe that just because something costs $200 as opposed to $2, it's going to work miracles. I don't believe like that. I don't believe that. So whatever you find, if you're comfortable using the more expensive products, if you're comfortable using the cheapest product, is you, right? It's your money, you spend it how you see fit. Also, and as I mentioned before, what works for one will not work for all. So don't get discouraged if you're doing the exact same things that your friend is doing, but yet she's getting results and you aren't. Don't get discouraged. Just think that, okay, try to evaluate, well, why is she getting results and you aren't getting results? You know, maybe you need to change up certain things in your journey in order to get the results. And the last thing, resist the urge to become a product junkie. Now, a product junkie is basically the people that buy every single hair product that was ever made since the beginning of time, right? Resist that urge, please. You do not need 1,000,001 moisturizers. You do not need 1,000,001 shampoos. I basically use one in everything. I found my particular products through trial and error, and they work for me. I don't need to go and change to find something else. I don't need 5 shampoos or 10 conditioners or things like that, right? So we put away my little paper, right? So that's basically it, right? I don't even know how long this video is, but yeah, so that's basically it. For the first video, this was, as I said, this was just an introduction video. I will do more videos later on giving details of everything I do. So this was just like to introduce me to you all. Yes. By the way, my name is Sienna, yeah? I believe I do an introduction video and I didn't even give my name. Wow. Yeah. Sienna. Nice to meet ya. So, I'll just show you all my hair because, I mean, I'm giving you all hair advice and then even give you all a proper look of my hair. So, don't know if you'll see the whole thing, but yeah, this is it. Yeah, it's basically, I think it's about mid-back length, I think. Like when it's in the back, probably mid-back length. I don't know. You can see it. I really don't know. Hoping you can see it. If not, I'll just I'll upload some photos to the video. But yeah, so that is basically it, and I will see you all on the next video. So peace out. Bye.